line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from slow. The lights no longer yellow. Ready, steady, go. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing. Crank it up. Oh, it's racing.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I started trying to look for the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
Tonight's broadcast is all brought to you in part by our good friends at Next Level Racing, the ButtKicker Company, for Chris Hubka Real Estate Group, Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net, and Lightning Wrapz. Thank you all so much for your support. Now, enjoy the show. And the show comes away and comes forth. Here we are, race fans. The action is now set to go in Avondale, Arizona. Here as Phoenix Raceway host, the Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net 100. Presented by the Pedal to the Metal Racing League and by our friends at Next Level Racing, the ButtKicker Company, Hubka Real Estate Group, Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net, and Lightning Wrapz. A very big thank you to all of them involved, and thank you to joining the show here, race fans, as we get set for the action here with your favorite drivers in the Truck Series division. We settle them onto the pole as the Rattlesnake Rubber Con sets the fast time in the 21. His outside is the closer, Cindy Taylor, the 07. Row number 2, Matthew Alford, the 84 is outside. Big Dog, Daryl Arnold, the number 6. Row number 3, Kevin Baker in the 87. Piloting the outside is the 5, Chantel Pottle. Row number 4 is going to be Jason Henry, and the number 3 is outside. It's going to be Tyler Orrick in the 8. And row number 5, then Dustin Stoneacre pilots the big 50 is outside. It's a 76, Mike Rideout. Row number 6 is going to be Stephen Henning in the 3, is outside. Daniel Moynihan will pilot the 77. Kevin Med pace the 42. Your last remaining driver on the field. And race fans, as they come around the turn to come around the track, we are getting set to go for the action at hand here on PTM Racing TV. Little stream glitch there for a moment. Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net 100, a big race here, and it's a priority and it's a big access point here. These guys and gals are going to really have to focus in on timing runs as well as watching their momentum through these corners and through these minutes here. There's one thing we're going to tell you all about. It's this place is absolutely a tire burner. It is a hard racing, hard run it out kind of track. There is nowhere to go and nowhere to hide around here when it comes to not trying to keep your speeds under control. This open dog leg Phoenix Raceway will make things a lot more difficult as time goes on. The heat here extremely intense for a mile-long track. The heat temperature is already scaling over 100 degrees in temperature. It is burning onto the track as well, which means it'll make it a little bit looser out from the start. So they're going to have to watch their starting points. They're going to have to watch their positionings throughout. But nevertheless, field of drivers now set to go for the action in hand. They're ready to race it out. Off the distance in the corner, number 3 down to turn number 4. We line them up to the starting line. Out of the gate, the Ford Entertainment Group PC.net 100 begins. We're off here at Phoenix. Drivers must complete a full lap around the dog leg first. A good start for the Wrapz. Like rubber car on the 21. The closer, Cindy Taylor, already eking upon that 21, though. The 07 right on his corner panel. If you're going to take the moves, you got to make them quick. This is a track. You're going to have to time every little move off as quick as you can. As Cindy Taylor takes the early advantage on the 21. Race lead belonging to the closer. Darrell Arnold staying up tops on the dog leg here. Looks like he wants to save his tires just a little bit, and maybe a little bit of the fuel reserves for later on. More on that later. Kevin Baker here now moving up his way into the chains as well. He's put it up into the top 5 here out of the gate. Not an unusual thing to see with Baker. Pretty good at getting a good start out here, but the problem is just his finishing moments. He's either been great or he's been lackluster, in my opinion, on how he finishes out on the track. He told me earlier today he would love to change that and love to get that figured out here, but with the competition and the level this scale is, he just says it's too difficult to really get it narrowed down perfectly every time. Lap 30 will be our stage break for these guys and gals today here. Of course, I do say gals because there's not just one gal, there's 2 gals out there. The 5 Chantel Bottle bringing the big black and pink machine camoed up. Number 5 ButtKicker machine right out into the track surface. Right up into the rear corner of the Funko Pop 84 Matthew Hoffer boat drivers continuing to hang on to the track and drive them in as quick as they can while trying to get a leg up on this area here in this very, very tight little surface and circumstances. Darrell Arnold right now on the onboard camera here showing you what he's up to, what he's trying to do. And again, you can see his main focus here is not to go to that bottom lane. He's looking to try to stay clear of that line, of that shot. He wants to stay away from making any too risky moves or any big maneuvers that could cost him later. I think his goal and his mindset right now is, without a doubt, watch the timing, watch the spots where he can hit his marks at and where he can really get the best drive from. Jason Henry in the number 3 kind of following the same ideals here in the square D. Number 3, Silverado. All right now, Silverados, except for Daniel Moyne, the 77. Moyne had a start from the outhouse. You have to do that the rest of the season due to unfortunate penalties he's been having to go through. Watkins Glen last week, of course, one of the hot shot races there. We saw a lot of guys and gals just completely throw caution to the wind at times and throw all out of hand and maybe on charge for the best and the toughest spot, which is to win in the biggest moments here. Road course challenges are certainly no joke, but those drivers gave it everything they had and kind of found themselves on another leg up or two. Last week's feature winner, Rubber Con, right now trying to stay ahead of the field, but trying to keep up with the distance of the 07 Cindy Taylor. The lap times projected up. Taylor with the fastest time already, second at 27.507. But you can see already kind of that fadeaway kind of going on her end to Con's time here. There's one thing I know about this track, and believe me, I do know one thing about this track, is that these tires will not last long if you dare push it as hard as you want. You need to be keeping it a little easier. You gotta stay a little smoother. Just gotta let the truck relax and just kind of keep focused on your fuel and your tire run. That is what makes or breaks your race here. I know this because I've done it twice, not just on iRacing, but also on the heat days. And I remember that was one of the biggest factors a lot of people couldn't figure out. I just told them I never really went full throttle all that much into the corners. I was usually about half throttle, if not even maybe like only 3/4 of a throttle, just trying to keep it as straight as possible. And that's exactly what they're trying to do right now. But when you have a crossover like this, then now that throws everything out the window and you forget about it and go back to what we usually know as hard racing. Cindy Taylor, Robert Kahn, not want to let each other get by that easily. Both drivers seeming to be the fastest of the track, and that is exactly what they want to prove here. Kevin Metapace saying, wish I could be out there. Hopefully I'll have my issue fixed. Metapace, unfortunately, having some issues down in the garage, as he told us earlier today. Metapace, we're sorry to hear about that, man. Hopefully we can see you back out here. We certainly do miss you here on the track, sir. Also, I heard about the big wreck there. It had happened at Iowa Speedway today. I was not there today. I was there yesterday, but to the IndyCar driver there, they ended up slamming the wall off turn 4. Get well soon, my friend. Hopefully you are okay. Received word that he was pretty clear, but then had a little trouble getting back on his feet, I was presuming. So that's what I was told. So wish nothing but prayers and love to him down there. The big dog, Errol Arnold here, creeping back to the field again, though you see what he was trying to do, and what Mike Rideout's also kind of creeping into, is that they're not trying to bolster and hammer down the throttle so quickly more often than they're just actually trying to stay a little bit more under control. They're looking at the overall picture, which is substance-wise, stay cool, stay clean. Don't try to make your life any harder than it already is. Let the tires kind of do their own thing and just let the truck kind of come in as you go around. That's exactly what they're trying to do here. And at that stage at lap 30, I mean, that does kind of make things a lot more easier to figure out what they can do with it and how far they can go with it. But I'm going to say this right now too, I'm not really a big fan of some of the moves that Baker's doing. But Otto, I'm actually liking the way she's doing. She's trying to shorten the track down without turning the truck in as much as possible, while also being a very controlled throttle here. I'm looking at her throttle rhythm right now, and it's only at about a 112, 115 entering into the turns. Then she fires back into about into the 150s there. About a 155 at top speed, but Baker, he's hitting at 155, 156 top speed. And I know he's not getting that truck to slow down as much as he would hope for. That is going to shred those tires up and get everything a lot more out of whack and out of tune. That's the last thing you want to have happen on this show, is all of a sudden things get out of tune or you literally start to have no steering. Yeah, it works now and you got all the speed now, but when you need that steering later on, that's where you really are going to be wishing you never throttled those things, or you never went full ho-hum on these cars. Onboard camera here at Tyler Orrick right now is the number 8 machine. Having a bit of a career resurgence here. He's had a good top 5s here on the track and had a good couple of positions he's thrown himself into. Hasn't really found himself in a bad spot all the time, but he doesn't exactly get into the best positions either for his run. He told me earlier today he's looking to change that and trying to get better about not only getting a better qualifying time in and getting better laps on the track, but also making up for the ground clearance and loss of gain he usually has when he's racing out on these circuits. Said that he feels like it really just kind of boils down to one thing, and that is watching my timing, watching my shots, and not making my life any harder than it needs to be. Well, so far, Kahn, Taylor, Poffert, Pottle, Baker keeping their top 5 in check, keeping it pretty A-okay. Chantel Pottle kind of moving up a few spots here, kind of sticking with her tune, her drive. And the Bushing Limit Racing League side of things right now currently leading out that field. But in the pedal to the metal side, well, the other lady of the field right now, Cindy Taylor's got that kind of looked up. And again, without the wins, she didn't really need necessarily. She's been just dominating in positions, either at second or it's third, and that's pretty much where she's been at most of the day. Kevin Baker, though, you just saw him literally drive that thing straight up into the wall protection, swipes it a little bit. Tires have faded. Baker realizing now that mistake I was talking about earlier. You can't drive that thing in so hard and think that it's going to last the entire race. You've got to back off and let the truck breathe. If the truck and the tires don't have anything to breathe off of, that's what happens. Baker almost sending it into Orrick. Orrick was able to counter steer and cross him up down in turn 1 past the dog leg. That is good driving though from Mr. Baker and Oric there to be able to keep each other in mind and watch themselves as they went around that track line there. The shell shock home machine here right now of Stephen Henning. Looking to get back up there with the 77 of Daniel Moynihan here, and as you hear actually Henning, he's actually downshifting into that corner of turn number 3 and then right back in it and turn into the corner of 4. You're probably wondering, oh, why is he downshifting into 3 rather than setting into 4th gear? Well, it all boils around RPMs. When you guys need more power, you need the RPMs to kind of raise up and get more higher in these cars. With asphalt, RPMs are crucial, and with a higher RPM you can get, the more speed and power you're translating to the track. That's exactly what Henning's trying to do. The downside of that, though, is it really only works, in my opinion, when you're driving at a top tier level track like a road course, or at a track actually that has an extremely tight corner banking that you have to slow down and actually lose a lot of RPMs off of, which is not very many. The only one that really comes to mind off the top of my head, I would say probably is WWT Raceway. That's the only track that I would even say comes close to what Henning is trying to do. And it certainly seems to be kind of failing him right now, because he's back in the pack right now, about 10 seconds back in the field. The rattlesnake Robert Kahn currently getting back the lead from the 07 of Cindy Taylor. Robert Kahn earlier on having a little bit of a duke out there with Taylor, but it seems though Kahn has now learned his mistake and made up for the ground. Let's go on board here, Kahn, as he comes around here on to turn number 3 and turn number 4. Let's get a little eye patch view of this one. This is your FVGPC.net cash cam lap around the track. Here's the phases. It comes in 5 phases. Phase number 1, get to the bottom of the dog leg. Phase number 2, rise up to the dog legs. Phase number 3, take the corners as tight as possible in 1 and 2. Rise, it can go a little wide there, but you can still get a lot of momentum off that corner exit and make a good bit of speed coming down. Phase 4, drive it straight as you can to that wall, and then phase 5 is real simple. Stay low until you hit the apex of the turn to let the truck slightly rise up, and then send it back on its way past the dog leg bottom of the track. It's good explanation, good driving there. Menapace saying I could potentially spin him. Menapace, I don't know if you want to do that right now there, my friend. About 26 laps of 100 laps completed so far. Not too shabby here for these drivers, and everything pretty clean. It's been a pretty good field too. We have about 13 to 18 drivers this entire season. Pretty good lineup for these truck series, and I think it's only just room for more improvement as we continue on with these races, continue on with these tracks that we keep presenting. However, the season is reaching the near end of it, which is actually just 2 more races after this. We'll have New Hampshire and Michigan left on the tracks. Hard to believe too, we have only 2 races left in this entire season. But it is only a 12-race race season, and next week we'll actually have an off week, so it'll kind of go like this: week on, week off, week on, week off, and then off week finally after the season championship. Daniel Moynihan, 77, letting Henning go by him there. I'm kind of surprised by Moynihan's run here. Whoa! As Henning actually nearly gets it right up to him on the outside. I don't know, kind of questioning if Moynihan is trying to maybe save the tires a little bit more and save on fuel to see what he can do against Henning, or what he's really kind of creeping around with, but hasn't looked too fair shaken yet, or really what he was after. Tyler Ork now moving up a position ahead of the 5 Chantel Pottle. Pottle going into pit road, may have missed her pit stop there on the first go around. Moss losing that position to Ork. Hard to really tell. We did not have our cameras on her when we were watching that battle between Henning and Moynihan. Matthew Hopper moving into the 3rd, and here's a guy that to me just really could have fallen under that same level of playing field that Cindy Taylor does, which is not the most winning driver, but a driver that literally can pull this one away and can pull positions back in and quick as possible before you even know it. But in terms of race wins, he could get the job done without a doubt. Gone heading into pit road. Taylor's already in pit road. Hoffert will stay out. Tyler Orrick, Daryl Arnold, they'll all stay out. I'm honestly not surprised by this. I think they're going to try to go the full distance. Looks like they're going to go for lap 35 or lap 40 on the stage break. I don't think we're going to go 30. Let's go around. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest with you. Now, if Hoffert, Orrick, and Arnold stay out till there's only 2 laps to go, which Orrick will not. He's going to pit road. That would mean that they have to make sure that they don't go into pit road with only 2 laps left in that stage, because then that would be an illegal move. It's 2 laps and 1 lap here, so if you try doing it like that, then best try to feast or famine, because that's not going to work out too well. Gone, though, still in pit road, surprisingly. A little bit of trouble down there for the 21. Gone not able to get it out there, and he's getting passed up really quickly here. He's lost ground. I think he might be serving a 5-second penalty down there, or a time penalty. That usually results in about 40 seconds of a penalty worth. He's still not out on the track. Still stuck in pit road. The Rattlesnake. Troubles for the 21. All of a sudden, where has this momentum gone, and what has happened to the 21 camp? Hoffer will head to pit road. Daryl Arnold, he's going to try and stretch it out even further. Remember, he was in the back of the pack. I think he's going for the really late term strategy here, and I'm liking it. I am liking this. Arnold looking to try to prove something here and try to showcase his limits of this truck. The rest of your field right now trying to get back up there to him, as we got a little bit of a battle coming off down in through turn number 1 and 2. Dustin Sonaker on the number 50 having a little bit of a go at it with the aid of Tyler Orrick for a second. Orrick managing to get right around him there. Sonaker trying to gain back to him. Old Sparky, Dustin Sonaker, good to see him back out on the track here. He's had a little bit of a bad break here or two, and just looking to try to fix that up. There's one thing he's pretty good at too, I'll tell you, it's fuel and tire run, because I've dealt with him before at his best on that, and when it came to Michigan, when it came to Bristol. He's one tricky cat, man. You can't outsmart him like that too easily. He'll catch you when you least expect it. Don is a full lap down right now. He'll get his lap back, jarring any issues there, but problem is he lost a lot, and I mean a lot of time being stuck in pit road for as long as he did, and I don't even think he realizes it. Seeing Taylor, Chantel Pottle, them all coming back around the track, all coming down for a fight or two, looking to hang in there. Cindy Taylor right now looking to regain the lead. Will enter it off of turn number 3 and 4. And the big dog loses the lead. The closer now taking it over. And the ladies, Cindy Taylor and Chantel Pottle, now moving into the lead and second place respectively. And Jason Henry, the number 3 driver, kind of giving himself a little bit of a workaround too. He's not out of this yet. Back on around right now, and the 3 continuing to keep pace. Matthew Hoffer now looking to get back at it. There's one thing I know Hoffer would love to do is to get a win here at Phoenix. He's come so close before. Actually against yours truly here in the booth right now. I've dealt with him back at Phoenix, the last Phoenix race I ever was a part of in my truck when I was racing on NASCAR Key 4. And it came down to me and Hoffer straight to the end of the race. Hoffer and I were saving tires and saving fuel. He was a little bit further back than me though, and I had a little bit more tire I could use to kind of give a little more speed and power ahead of him. Ended up catching up to me there, but didn't get the race win, causing a spin there out of turn 2 and cost himself dearly. As the yellow flag flies out, that is the stage end. But I do know Hoffer remembers that one quite well, and I think he's remembering it also a little bit in his head now that I mentioned it. So we'll see if he can fare out okay and use that pit strategy of his, a good use. But right now it is the ladies, Cindy Taylor, Chantel Pottle with the race lead. Can any of the guys come back and fight up to take down the girls? Find out when we return. Tonight's race, ladies and gentlemen, here in Avondale, Arizona, is presented in part by our friends at Next Level Racing. Take racing to the next level. By the ButtKicker Company. Best in performance on feeling on real tracks of the virtual world, the ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. By Chris Hubka Real Estate Group. Looking for the perfect place to call home? Call up Chris Hubka and Hubka Real Estate Group to get yourself settled in today. By Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net, matching your want with your wallet. FEGPC.net looks to bring out the best designs and the best builds in your PC for the right price. And by Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure. Lightning Wrapz looks out to bring the best designs in your library.
With the ButtKicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. ButtKicker, the future is feeling.
Do you need the best designs in your fleet of vehicles? There's only one brand name that many trust in. One that makes every car pop out from the rest of the field, and that is Lightning Wrapz. Be sure to check us out on Facebook at Lightning Wrapz. Get yourself a vehicle unlike the rest. Lightning Wrapz, the most affordable designs made at your leisure.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I started trying over the best deals. And I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at FEGPC.net.
Yeah, welcome back, race fans, here to PTM Racing TV. Right now, live here with the Ford Entertainment Group PC.net 100 here at Phoenix Raceway here in Avondale, Arizona. Our drivers right now preparing to get back to the action here at Petaluma Racing League. Having a good start so far to the 10-year and a good start to the season here. Having a strong ending here is what they're really after the madness of the road course challenge last week. Now back to a little traditional oval style racing for these trucks division. And the field have just about halfway done with this race so far. It is anybody's for the taking here as we line them back to the start of the 100 laps here. The stage break is completed and cleared. Now it falls on everyone else to make their mark and take their shot. Who will it be though as they reel them down off the back straightaway? We'll find that out in just a minute. Entering into turn number 3, then to turn number 4, awaiting the arrival of the big lights to the cactus. Coming down off the corner here, they'll fire them into the Ford Entertainment Group PC.net restart zone, and the action kicks off right again. No give there, just all speed and power right on the mark. Daniel Moyer in the 77 taking the early spot in second. Uh-oh, a little trouble down there for Cindy Taylor. The closer in trouble. The 07 slamming the wall off of turn number 2 there. My, got a little bit aggressive there in that corner, and that is a place that a lot of drivers have been struggling with all day, Robert Kahn included. And there's even more trouble down here off the dog leg. Mike Rideout, whoa! And the MRM 76 Silverado slamming to the inside corner. Everybody trying to jump the gun and trying to get the speeds quick before the tires start to fade. I think that might not be the way to get around, though. I think strategy might be actually a bigger factor than trying to face out the rest of the field. Looking for Chantel Bottle, though. The number 5 making a great charge. Now back up to the front. Looking for Jason Henry in the number 3. We're 3 wide entering into. We're entering 2, turn number 1. Right out of the gate, Matthew Hoffert trying to hang in there now as the Funko Pops. Toyota Tundra tries to make a dash for it. Dustin Sonaker now mixing it up a little bit too as we go on board. Action getting hot. Moynihan right now trying to make a pass there on the 5. A Pottle doesn't quite get to it. We'll have to take a look at the instant replay here on what happened exactly to Cindy Taylor there in turn number 2 in a second. Just kind of keeping a close eye though on the fielder and drivers here to see what happens between these guys. Bit of a raw little spot to be put into, a bit of a raw little place to be kind of thrown around in here. But unfortunately, that's kind of the racing deal you deal with sometimes. Let's take a look at it here. The 07's now got a full glimpse of what exactly transpired here. We had our little chopper cam used around the track. Well, it looks like from here, Cindy Taylor drove way too hard entering in turn number 1. And watch this coming off turn 2. Slams that wall. Great driving by the 07 to awareness to back off. Arnold, Darrell Arnold literally just trying to scream. Probably had a few golden nuggets coming through that truck right there because he was probably screaming a little. And then the 76 and Mike Wright out here. This is what happened to him. Look at him, just got the flat spot there off the dog leg, and that truck was gone. Had nowhere to go and nowhere to get away from, and he knew it too. Oh, look at this too now, coming back to the live feed. Watch out for the 5, Chantel Pottle. Making the 3 of Jason Henry's life a little bit more harder to figure out. Henry trying to stay true to the leg of the track. Oh, but he overdrove it in turn number 1, trying to hold down the 5. Pottle to the inside. We have a new leader. Henry started with the race lead out of the gate. We've had Pottle and Taylor as well as Kahn and Henry leading it out, but it is the ladies now taking full control. Chantel with a huge drive off of turn 4. 3 wide salute in there with Henry, Hoffert, and even Oric for a minute there. Those guys are now moving in the chains. Robert Van Ness saying, wow, this is exciting. Yes, sir. Don't sleep on Phoenix, folks. I've told it. I've said it once. I'll say it again. Phoenix is probably one of the sleeper hits that you can get out of these tracks. It's not a bad track by any means, and it can be a very fun track to watch. When all is said and done, you just cannot sleep on it. That is for certain. The closer, Cindy Taylor, right now trying to keep up the pace, trying to keep up the distance here with the rest of the field as she suffered through that little problem earlier. Kahn backing down so much here. I'm surprised the 21 is as back as he is right now. Oh, and he's going to slam it right into the side there, right with Darrell Arnold off of turn number 2. Kahn and Arnold collide off of 2. We have a caution. Whoa. Just like that, everything gets flipped on its head here. What on earth happened there? My word. A huge hit involving both drivers there. Another look at it. And Kahn drifting right up into the number 6 of Darrell Arnold. Arnold had nowhere to go and everywhere to find out where to play out. And that was a hard little lick there, unfortunately, to take care of, but he suffered through it. Watch this. Watch how he gets into that yellow apron. You see, he still was on the bottom of that apron. Now, you can run it there, but you can see right here as he was drifting up, Arnold had nowhere to go, and once he drifted up and clipped him, he got him good. And the Freightliner 21 suffered for his troubles. Con Sam can't not catch a break here at Phoenix. He's not been able to really get any breaks here at Phoenix, no matter what time or day it was. 5 Chantel Pottle, though, showing everyone she has speed, and I think she's wanting to use it against everybody right now. Matthew Oliver in the 84 going to get it back out on the track. Jason Henry in 3 and the 21 of Robert Kahn still stuck out there. He's going to get out of pit road before Cindy Taylor, surprisingly. Looks like he's looking at instant repair on that one. Daryl Arnold here will take an instant repair, unfortunately, and have to suffer for that one. So, wow. Well, we always say here on PTM Racing TV, expect the unexpected. Well, that was definitely a very unexpected little wreck there. And if you thought that was going to happen, then you're kidding yourselves, folks. I didn't even think for 1 second that was going to happen. Not a mistake Con or any of these guys usually make here by any stretch of the imagination. Usually everyone's pretty clean and pretty good about holding their line and knowing the limits of their trucks. But it looks like even Phoenix had something to say about that. Field going to stretch themselves back in. Race fans, if you are new to our channels and new to our shows, be sure to like and follow us up here on our Facebook end. Subscribe on the YouTube end, as well as check out our Twitter handles at League PTM and also our Instagram at PTM Racing TV. Thank you guys so much for your support and showing here today. And thank you all so much for coming on down here in Avondale, Arizona. Remember as well, this isn't the only time we'll be under the hot blistering sun and the hot blistering heat. No, we're a little insane here, guys. We want to go a little further. We're going to go straight to the big open-ended, the big track down about halfway across the states. Atlanta, Georgia is the next one on the list. And we will be down there here in just a little while with the Moonshiners Rallycross League as they present their second and final race of the season, with all hope and performance ready to come on down to it. Off the distance, entering in through turn number 3 and 4, off the restart zone. We're back out of here. The Ford Entertainment Group PC.net restart zone is back at it. Gotta love it when that cactus lights just pop right on and we just fire these guys and gals all on the track. Well, pit strategies are now going to be tested even more so. Tire wear going to be a bigger factor, and drivers that are wanting to run harder are going to be put to an ultimate test. We're almost entering in 3 wide, entering 3 and 4. Hoffert taking the lead away. For the first time now, it is Hoffert who has the lead. Oric to the bottom now, taking over a second. Pottle thrown back into third. Jason Henry right there with her. And you can already see what they're kind of up to in their strategy. Oh, no, and more trouble down there. Daryl Arnold wrecking it out in turn number 1. More trouble for the big dog. Whoa, once again. And it comes at the expense of the big dog. I don't know what the heck happened there, but I'm not sure if Arnold just overdrove it. Oh, that might be a reason. You remember what I said earlier, guys, about overdriving corners? That's also another problem you don't want to find yourself into. Well, take a look at it from the onboard camera here. This is what's going to show you what happened exactly to Kevin Baker here. Drove it in way too hard, tried to back off. Arnold nowhere to go. Thankfully, Arnold doesn't look like he suffered too much damage there, but I think even Baker knows he kind of messed up. Uh-oh. And Baker and Arnold having to go into the same pit stall area, and I think Arnold may have given Baker a few words, and I don't think he was telling him he was your #1 fan, Baker. Well, fuel and tires now once again gonna get put on hold and put back into the reserves. I honestly thought we were going to get back to a bit of a long run there, but that definitely got thrown out the window. Well, while we get the drivers all squared back away here, race fans, we're going to cut to a quick commercial break, but when we come back, more action to be had here on PTM Racing TV. Stay tuned. We're having fun down in the Avondale, Arizona camp. Welcome back to the show, race fans. Right now, currently live down in Avondale, Arizona, the front, as we're now approaching past halfway and further into this race here. Currently, the FEGPC.net 100 at Phoenix has definitely given us quite the results so far, and maybe a few sleeper hits and a few big hits while we're at it. Cindy Taylor getting into it in that turn 2 wall earlier in the race here. Arnold just getting trampled in 1 and 2. First by Kahn in 2, and now in turn 1 by Baker. Baker having to serve the EOL for his little inconveniences there. Stevie Henning going to be right behind him though after a very late pit stop. Had to drop to the end of the line before Baker had received his pot and everything he was put into. So now has to get settled back down. Ready to reel him off into the distance back to the green. Hoffert, Oric, and then will be the front runners as we bring green flag back on out. Can the drivers keep their cool? Tyler Org on the outside now with Henry right below him, trying to keep his distance and keep it under chill. Robert Kahn, the 21, trying to make a bit of a comeback here, and so is Cindy Taylor. Both those cautions helping out both of those drivers. Kahn and Taylor looked like earlier on they were both long gone and forgot about. Now it seems as though they are starting to bring it back together. Hoffert, though, with a tremendous lead. The 84 Funko Pop looking to try and gather the most points, gather the most power he can by finishing in the higher half. Dustin Sonaker, the 50, trying to make a bit of a resurgence here. He's looking to try to get down in between. Oh, no! Oh, no! Tyler Work slammed right in 3 and 4 and a pile up of a 3 and 4. Yellow is out. Daniel Moynihan involved in that one too, and my word, oh my goodness. Well, I don't think I need to figure out who was the one that got who, but you know we gotta take a look at the replay, right? Oh my word. came in down in turn 3, and yeah, Sonaker just pretty much clipping the back of the 8. Khan gets involved, couldn't get out of there. Moynihan tries to evade. Oric didn't even realize where Moynihan was. Got him there, unfortunately. And Dustin Sonaker has thrown himself in the back of the pack, unfortunately. Oh my goodness. So that was, he looked like he had a pretty good drive going there, and it looked like, unfortunately, what he did with the 8 was not exactly what he was hoping for. Oh my. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I mean, the good news is it was all cosmetic damage, but the problem is with the aerodynamics of these trucks, you really got to watch yourself with that kind of damage. So Naker, I got to believe, is just livid with himself and absolutely shocked that he made a silly mistake like that. Not something usually we see Sparky do all that often, if really ever. I really couldn't tell you how many times I've seen him really run his race out and do his own thing, but this is it's been a while since we've seen him kind of pull out this many mistakes. This is a wild, wild race here so far, race fans, without a doubt. Well, the good news is if you wanted to drive harder, that's going to be a lot easier if these cautions keep popping out. The bad news is if you're one that was looking to finalize on pit strategy and fuel strategy and tires, well, that's going completely out the window because I really don't know what else to tell you guys at that point. What we're seeing right now is pretty much a contested battle between control, speed, and momentum, and right now it's getting thrown out the window with everything. I don't think anyone so far in that top 5 besides Henning, Henry, and Hofford and Pottle. I take it back here. Actually, Hofford, Henry, Pottle, and Henning on the top 5 at least have not been involved in any kind of issues here. Cindy Taylor, Darrell Arnold, Baker, Moynihan, Khan, Dustin Soniker, Tyler Oric, Mike Rideout. Well, they can't really exactly say the same either. I guess top 5 is a safe place to bet and be at right now, and I would not blame anyone there. Off the back straightaway here, entering through the final set of corners. You're leading him off. Pace car is already off the track. We're ready to get him back to it. We have 31 laps left to go in the FEGPC.net 100. Who will be the one to take full control? And who will be the one to actually stay out of trouble, more than likely? Here we come, down off of 3 and it's turn number 4. We'll fire him off in the distance. The green flag is now out. Hoffer driving up a little bit, forcing Henry's line. Cindy Taylor coming up quick, coming up fast, but this is the same spot she was at earlier before she slammed into the wall. Got a better corner there, learned her mistake, but that's a deep drive there to be put into. She knows she can't be up there. She wants to get down as soon as possible. Trying not to be a fair maiden and trying to be her own woman, looking to get to the bottom. Can't quite get out of it though. Henning blocking it. So is Khan now in the 21. Every driver for themselves, and Taylor seems like she does not want to be up there because that outside line, it will burn your tires up a lot quicker than the bottom will. If you thought this Arizona heat was difficult enough to get through as it is, imagine what those rubber on those tires are feeling. Look at the big dog though, Darrell Arnold, 3 wide there in the middle, sent it down in through 3 and 4, now taking control, putting Taylor right behind him. Daniel Moynihan also kind of thrown into that mix as well. A lot of drivers kind of falling further and further back. This is starting to really test even the best of guys and gals. Jason Henry and Chantel Pottle now at each other's game plans and each other's throats. Square D number 3 trying to hold the ButtKicker Lightning Wrapz number 5 of Pottle back. Chantal Bottle winning quite a bit handedly there on the push the limit side, but has not gotten as many wins as you would think in the pedal metal, but does have a couple to her name. She would love to continue that and get another one on the resume. Daniel Moynes, 77, give credit due to that 77 Cinnamon Toast Crunch F-150. Seems like he wants to put the Nestle vessel back into the fight. Wait a minute, did I just call that truck the Nestle vessel? I think we got a new nickname for that truck, the Nestle vessel. Hey, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch is made by Nestle, so I mean, I'm not wrong. I don't know, maybe I'm just coming up with bad jokes. You guys let me know in the comment section what you think. That's the Sonaker, the 50 moving ahead right now. Kevin Baker just right behind him trying to stick with him. Sonaker trying to make up for that big mistake earlier in 3, taking out the 8 and causing a pile up down there. Tyler working them all thrown back into the wire, back into the hole, back into the pound town there, and unfortunately haven't been able to regain their composure since. 26 laps remain. We're coming closer and closer to the end of this one here. Oh, we're going to put benders together, bumping and banging in Arizona. Pottle and Henry going at it with Kahn behind, being the instigator of trouble between these two. Henry driving up top. Pottle trying to defend. Doesn't want the 21 to get around her. Has to drive up to get the speed back. Knows that it could be a bad scenario to let that 21 by her. Trying to hang on a little bit. Kahn right now trying to look for the second spot to then get to Hoffert. But the more these three keep battling it out, the more the 84 of Hoffert is just going to start running away. Hoffert still winless this season in pedal to metal. Can that change today? Will it change today? He's got a good chance. Remember, he had a great battle there with Kahn last week at Watkins Glen. Did he work so hard and practice and train for this moment again? Pottle is holding the Rattlesnake back. She's living up to the nickname, the Throttle Pottle right now, giving it back to the boys. But Jason Henry, he's no slouch, he's no pushover. The man has won here before. Remember, he was the very first winner of the season at iRacing Super Speedway, knocking down everybody to a last-minute dash and outperforming them in the closing moments. He's looking to do the same here again. Kahn is getting all he can and all he wants on the outside, but Pottle continues to defend. Kahn looks like he drove in a lot harder that time, though. Does get a great drive off 4, and now the Rattlesnake back in the Freightliner 21 looking for the 84 Funko Pop. Hoffert's trying to hold him back. Hoffert knows now he's going to be put in the same position, the same spot that he was at Watkins Glen last week. Did he learn from his mistakes, and did he learn how to deal with this? Is he trying to stay clean on strategy? Is he trying to stay clean cut on what he's up to right now? That is one of my biggest questions I'll ask him. Is if he is sticking to a strategy, which is don't let the tires wear and tear, is it going to outperform when he needs it to most, I wonder? Stephen Henning right now in the 33, holding back a few of their drivers and actually holding the top 5 right now out. I am impressed right now with Henning. This is the best performance we've seen out of him all season long. Coming up in the top 5 right now, just trying to keep his composure and keep his ground underneath him. Does he have maybe something to hang in there with it? And speaking of hanging in there with it, Kahn not wanting to hang around anymore. The Rattlesnake around the 84. We have a new leader. The Rattlesnake now with the race lead, taking full control. Looking to hang in there. Cindy Taylor looking to get back at it here and getting right back in that corner panel of Henning. Doesn't put the bumper to him though. Doesn't get that corner panel off on him. Stands firm, but stays pressure pointed. Henning giving her a lot of room down there. Here comes the closer. She closes her mark, closes the spot, and the shot taken. The closer now back in this. And Hoffert Looks like he's either tore the tires up too much or he's trying to wait out as long as he can. But the 84 knows he is done and kaput right now. There's troubles for him. The 5-up bottle taking over the second spot. Robert Kahn has a 2-second gap lead over the field now, looking to make it even further. There's one other way you can work around it. If you can't outdo him on laps, then just outdo him on speed. I think that's his game plan here. These drivers only get 3 sets of tires though, and they know they cannot mistake any of these areas, any of these corners. They have to take it pressure and take it smoothly. Field starting to close off a little bit. Henry passed up by the 07 to Taylor now, and right at this moment here currently the 07 to Cindy Taylor trying to hold back some emotions, trying to hold back some of that extra ground and clearance here. It's making some great time up on these drivers. Dipping and diving on the outside again. I honestly am trying to question though if driving up that far is as good as it's going to get for her. I really question if it's going to be worth it, because that thing is just going so quick and so fast to the leg of the limits of a truck. I don't think on the outside is going to actually help more than anything. I think it's going to make it a lot worse. Especially if you need a lap or two of that extra tire. That actually can make the difference. Believe me, I literally wrecked out on my first win ever because I blew the tire coming to the line out of turn number 4 on that very same straightaway. It was only with a little bit of luck and a little bit of help I was able to actually get that thing across the finish line before second place was. I was so far ahead of them, I didn't even realize where they were at. Still up on our YouTube, and you can actually hear my voice there. That was a lot different times back then. Sonaker in the number 50 right now, moving to the inside of Matthew Hoffer in the number 84. Hoffer, he really gambled on a strategy. He gambled his way and he gambled for everything he had, but this is not what he wants to see. Coming through the distance now, Sonaker making a great comeback here, looking for a good shot on the arm, looking to maybe make it back out of these cats. Sonaker has now moved ahead in the 50 over the 84 of the Funko Pop of Hoffert, and Hoffert now knows that he is struggling. The man that was really leading this one out, getting a good distance, a good charge, now knows he is not in the playing field, not in the ball game. But pit stops are certainly now up for grabs. Robert Kahn with a huge lead over the 5 Chantel Bottle. This closer Cindy Taylor now moving back up to the number 5. Gap starting to close off for the ladies here. It could be a flip-flop applesauce between these two. Bottle giving Taylor plenty of room, plenty of time to catch her. Not sure where this will go or what will happen in this case. Everyone just trying to keep their cool, keep the pressure on. The final 10 laps up for grabs here. 8 now remain. Remember, race fans, coming up after this race, we'll be down in Atlanta Motor Speedway where we're going to see the rallycross track brought together for the Legends 34 cars. You'll see Moonshiners Rallycross bring down the hammer and go for broke here. Darryl Arnold 6, man. I think honestly if I had to give an award for just having the most tough skin in the tough thick of the track here, I'd probably have to give it to the big dog. How Arnold was able to just continuously be put in the spot and put into this place over and over and over again and still come out swinging is beyond me. Kevin Baker, the A7. Whoa. Looks like he slams the wall down in the corner. He is slowing down tremendously here. I think he might have actually ran out of fuel though. The A7 is not going fast. He's actually just limping to Frit Road, and I think the motor might have gone too with him. No caution yet. No caution thrown. Mike Rideout is going to head into pit road too, looks like, so that will kind of steer clear the troubles. We've only got 5 laps remaining. Final 5 on your screen. Here we go. 5 to go here as the Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, looking to get another one added to the list. Five to go. The throttle bottle right now dealing with the closer. Cindy Taylor right behind her. The ladies back and forth with one another here, looking to see who can outdo the other. Pottle not wanting to give up, neither is Taylor. Could be a mixed match here between these ladies here. These cats won't give up. Pottle trying to hold the line down there on the bottom, trying to block Cindy from having to get there. She will either have to put the bumper to her or have to go to the outside. And it looks like Pottle will take the bottom again. Taylor looks like she's closing more and more to going to that outside line, but doesn't want to do it. Looks like she'll have to take the risk here, going for a broke. To the outside, here we go. Has power, oh, she overdrove it though. Entering into turn number 3, she overdrove it way too much. And Pottle able to capitalize on it. That is some hard racing, some hard blocking by the 5, and she's doing a pretty good job keeping her line and forgetting about closer. Taylor right now trying to get ahead here, does not want to give out. The ladies just not giving an inch. Cindy now down the inside, she was going for it, doesn't quite get the run. Pottle drives way high up. Gotta get back down. No, the closer will get her up on the corner end. It's side by side still. They're dead even with one another with 2 to go. And Pottle able to get back ahead. Drives it really hard. They're entering in turn number 3 and 4. Or 1 and 2 of the dog leg. As the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn will lead us to the promised land. The white flag is out. 1 more lap to go. 1 more lap to go for the Rattlesnake, but the battle for the second spot is a truly tremendous little fight out here between these cats. Pottle dealing with pressure. Cindy looked to the inside, couldn't get it there. Couldn't quite clear the gap. Now down the back straightaway here, 1 more time around. The Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, will bring it home to victory lane. Robert Kahn is your winner. And the Ford Entertainment Group PC.net 100. And to the line, it'll be Chantel Otto holding back the closer for a close 2nd and 3rd finish. What a race. There he is, though. Your race winner, the Rattlesnake, Robert Kahn, brings the FEG PC.net 100 to victory lane in a big, bad fight to the end. Everybody giving it their heart and giving it their soul. Quite a flourish of speed and excitement, and the Rattlesnake knew it well. Yes, indeed, race fans. It was a fantastic show and a great ending to it. After a few cautions kind of mixed in between, we see the finale kind of close out as Robert Kahn will bring home the victory. Here is your final results, though. Presented by Next Level Racing. Robert Kahn, the victor. Pottle will go 2nd. Cindy Taylor 3rd. 4th to Jason Henry. Dustin Slonaker managing to hold over a top 5 finish. Great ending for him there. Stephen Henning going 6th. Impressive performance by him. Daryl Arnold just did not quit. No give, no nothing there. Finished 7th. Matthew Hoffert, got to give the man his due. He tried for it. It did not go this route this time. Daniel Moyen going 9th. 10th to Tyler Work after a heartbreaker entering into the final legs of this race. When we come back, we'll tune in with the race finishers. Our top 3 join us right after this message.
Looking for a new PC or an upgrade to your current one? Look no further than Ford Entertainment Group, your home for the best quality and value in new, pre-built, and custom PCs at the lowest price guaranteed. We have affordable PC solutions for any budget, with custom builds starting at $595. Even the pros turn to Ford Entertainment Group to get them up and running. With valued customers from all over the world, it's easy to see why Ford Entertainment Group is the most trusted brand in custom PCs.
I wanted to save my awesome subscribers the most money when they started their sim racing journey. I started trying low for the best deals, and I'm so proud that Jeffrey and I have partnered up so I can spread the good news about where to get the lowest price on a high quality computer.
Feel confident when buying from us with the FEG Satisfaction Guarantee. Get yourself on track today by visiting us online at fegpc.net.
And welcome back here, race fans. Right now, after that impressive finish there and a great battling end for all drivers involved, our finishers have been finished out and crowned. Third place finish going to Cindy the Closer Taylor here, and a solid end there for her. And then coming away, though, in the second spot will, of course, be the Throttle, Chantel Pottle, as she now joins me here down in pit road, ladies and gentlemen. She now joins for the second place finish tonight. Chantel, congratulations on a second place finish, and quite a drive and quite an ending for you and this crew. You had a lot going on and a lot really at stake, and you throw down the hammer there with Cindy on the last few laps.
Yeah, for sure. I was just trying to keep her behind me and take away, I guess, her line that she would have drove just to get that second place. But was burning up my tires a bit, so I had nothing for Con. But other than that, I guess on to New Hampshire.
Yeah, I was about to say New Hampshire next on the list here, and I know this track's a bit of a flat track on some areas, but New Hampshire is really all about flat track and kind of keeping a distant line of control of the track here. How much will you take from Phoenix here down to that place?
I feel both of them tracks are like two different tracks altogether, so I'm pretty good there, so I'm hoping for a top 5 at least.
For sure there. All right, well, Chantel, as you come away second tonight, who do you want to thank you for this?
Everyone at PTM Racing TV and all the sponsors for Pedal to the Metal Racing League.
Absolutely. All right, well, Chantel, congratulations on this second place finish today. Great to see you back in the podiums here.
Thanks.
The Throttle, Chantel Pottle coming away with the podium in second, but the man of the hour, the man with the power, your FEGPC.net 100 race winner at Phoenix is Rattlesnake Rubber Con. And Con, once again, you slither and sneak your way around some drivers and take another track position and win here, my friend.
Yeah, it was a good points day. I made up 2 points on Cindy for championship, but man, I had a
You cut out there, my friend. Gone, you cut out there, sir. We'll give him a second here, guys. I think he may be having a little technical difficulties on his audio. Gone, any word? You got it back up yet? He's, for the record, folks, he's always had technical difficulties when it comes to the audio aspect of it, so. Looks like no. Looks like we're not going to get the audio back on his end, so. Well, I'm not sure what happened there or what went wrong, but we'll try it one more time. Con, got some? Nope, that's not there. So we're just going to have to kind of leave it at that one here. But nevertheless, though, ladies and gentlemen, the Rattlesnake Robert Kahn coming away with the race win today. A big congratulations to him there. And thank you to everyone that tuned on in. A big thank you again to our sponsors, Next Level Racing, the ButtKicker Company, Chris Hubka Real Estate Group, Ford Entertainment Group, PC.net, title sponsor for this night's race, and Lightning Wrapz for all your support. To all the fans out there, we can't thank you guys enough. Thank you so much for tuning on in. From all of us here at PTM Racing TV, though, we are signing off for now. We're saying goodbye, Avondale. We'll be in New Hampshire next time out. But for now, please, everyone, be safe, take care, God bless, and good night, everybody.